Hello and welcome today to the Grow Your Business Tips and Tools training by me, Ellie Parvin. Just to give you a quick bit of background information about me, I'm a communications professor and a fitness instructor. Well, I just simply love to teach. I love to learn, and I'm obsessed with all forms of communication. And to add, I have had the great opportunity to work on the corporate side of the fitness industry for more than a decade. Our overview today of what we're going to discuss is the customers and social media. I think very two important things, the most important things in building a business. And one place I'd like to start is just asking you to think, what inspired you to pursue a career or a business in the fitness and health industry, or any industry for that matter? The reason I ask is because, well, let me just tell a story about myself. For me, I actually did not originally have a career in business. And a lot of people today know me as a customer service person, a fitness instructor, a salesperson, and a professor. But I believe at the core of it, I am none of those things. I simply care about people. And it all started when I was laid off from my PR job. Couldn't find any work, so I decided to travel. And when I came back, I did get a job as a salesperson for a magazine, selling ad space. Now, my experience had been writing for magazines, doing public relations and marketing for magazines. Never did I think I was going to go into the sales industry. So I started out with 4 states, and by the time I left, I had 16 states, and I co-managed the sales team with a partner of mine. And it was a really great experience. I learned a lot. I grew a lot, but I think the reason that I had that success was because I actually cared about the customers. I wasn't focused on the money or the bottom line, and although that is important, my focus was always on the customer. I cared about people. And shortly thereafter, I had extra time, so while I was towards my last year working there at the magazine, I used to take fitness classes. I decided to get trained to teach a fitness class. Turbo Kickboxing, created by Chalene Johnson. It's fantastic. Google it if you don't know what I'm talking about. And after the training, about some time went by, and I was getting my first class, just starting to teach, and I wanted to let the person, Chalene Johnson, who trained me, know. And I went to her class, and I was so excited, and I told her, guess what? I'm getting my first class. It's just like you said. I wrote it on the list. And she asked me to send her an email so she could put me on her newsletter. Lo and behold, it was actually just a ploy to get my information. She asked me, what is it I do? What do I do? What's my full-time gig? And I told her what I did. And then she replied back in an email, what can I get you to do to come work for me? Now, what she must have seen was that I cared about people just by my mannerisms and behaviors. And if you think about it, when you do anything in life, your actions, the things you say, even when you're building your business, how you represent yourself, your mission and your vision, if you care about people, then the customers will come. So let's talk about customers. Why are customers important? Why are they the cornerstone of any business's success? Well, that perhaps is due in large part because customers bring the money. And without customers and their financial assistance, you have no business. I cannot emphasize enough why customer care is so important, because if you don't have any customers, you have no business. One of the things that I'd like to share with you are just some statistics on the importance of customer retention and why it's so key. 68% of customer loss is actually, it happens due to perceived poor service. In fact, it can actually cost 5 times more to acquire new customers than maintaining one you already have. Maintaining customer bases can actually help a business avoid losses by 25 to 85%. So if you can take good care of your customers, the ones you have, not only will you maintain your business, but you will also grow it. I'd actually like to share a story about when I was working at Powder Blue Productions. There was actually a customer that had called our office, and she had gotten to several people and was asking for a refund from an instructor training that she had attended. Now, the interesting thing here is that by the time she got to me, she was really upset. And probably because at that time, whoever she was speaking to wasn't in the position to help her, and perhaps I was on a break or on the phone or on the other line. But by the time she got to me, she was already pretty upset, and mostly in part due to her experience from the training. And so one of the things I did was, it's a great customer care tip, is one, I listened to her. 2, I validated her feelings, how she felt about the situation and the product, or what perceived situation of the product and our company. And then I asked her, and because I know how great the company is, and sometimes people can just have a bad day and a bad experience, but I asked her, just openly, I apologized for the situation that happened to her, and I asked her, what can I do for you? What would you like for me to do for you? So she actually said, I really just want my money back, and I just want to be done with it. And when you hear that and you're passionate about a company, or your own company for that matter, and what they have to offer, and it's so good, and the people that are part of it are so wonderful, but people aren't perfect, you want to turn that person around. So, can you guess what I did? Yes, I gave her her money back. We refunded her. And then I was determined to make her happy. So I told her, I said, well, you must have registered for this training for a reason. You must have had something in you that made you feel passionate to attend this training and get certified to teach and share that with others. I said, why don't we do this? What weekend will work for you? Let me comp you for the next event. And I will contact the presenter myself. I will have her contact you, him or her contact you. And, that way you get started off on the right foot. And, she had the best experience. She had the most amazing experience. The presenter contacted her ahead of time. She knew what was going to happen. She was, treated just like any of our other attendees would be treated, which is with 110% customer service from our presenters, which is what they mostly give. And, we sent her an outfit. And you know what happened with this customer? 1 week later, after her event, I received this beautiful, just extravagant bouquet of flowers. It was so heartwarming, but even more heartwarming was the card. I still have that card today. She sent a beautiful note to my managers and my boss, but the beauty of this was it wasn't just good for me. It was good for the company, because that year she got certified in 2 other trainings. She bought more products. She blasted it out on social media how amazing our company is. And when you can turn someone around like that, that's testimonial of gold right there. Now let's continue to discuss customer care and talk about how we can improve the customer experience. And one of the ways we can do this is what I like to say: investigate, duplicate, and innovate. And what I mean exactly by that is look around you, and whether it's, brick and mortar, your next door neighbor, or competition across the street or locally, or whether you have an online business, so say you sell clothing and you want to check out other clothing stores online, investigate what your competitors are doing, and then not only just duplicate that, but you want to innovate from that duplication. I'm sure you've all heard the saying, there's no need to reinvent the wheel. Well, you can take an idea and duplicate that, but make it your own. Make it your business's own by innovating from that. Make something unique by it. Say your competitor is doing a giveaway. Well, you do a giveaway as well, but add a little something to it. Make the giveaway a little different. There are all kinds of ideas out there for you. All you have to do is just do a little research. And one thing you can also do is, even though they may not be in your realm of a competitor, you can look at what successful companies that have a good reputation for customer care and customer service do. And more often than not, if you are here in the US, if I ask you, what company do you feel gives excellent customer service or has a reputation for great customer service? I bet you said Nordstrom's, right? Nordstrom's always comes to the top of my mind when I think of excellent customer service. They really do go above and beyond. If you haven't been to a Nordstrom's, I suggest you go just to experience the type of customer service they have, what they do. They go above and beyond. They will let you into the store when it is not even open if you call ahead of time, if you are in dire need of a specific item, if you, of course, get to the right person on the phone in their customer service department. They are fantastic. Zappos also has a really great reputation for just great customer service. And a lot of my ideas that I've used have, come from tweaking some of the things they do here in their companies, such as Lowe's and Starbucks, Nordstrom's and Zappos. And there's quite a few other ones out there, but just go do a little research and check it out, and you'll find that it will be easier for you to investigate, duplicate, and innovate so you can provide a great experience for your customers. A couple of other really great things you can do for customer care, some good tips. One is focus on your top customers. When you have a customer that spends a lot of money with you, or they refer your business a lot, show your gratitude to them for it. That's so important. If you think about some of these small boutiques, back in my shopping days, if the little boutiques that I used to shop at more often, or I just struck a chord with the salesperson, they get your phone number, and when they have a sale or a special items that they know you like, they actually physically call you. Now that's just one way to do it. There are other ways. You can feature them in your social media or your Facebook, and just say thank you to this customer that did this. You can give them special discounts for referring people. Again, just focusing also on, benefiting your top customers and giving them the attention they need. Don't always waste your time on the customers that are the squeaky wheels. Sometimes you do want to focus that attention on the top customers. And when you do that, you can ask them for testimonials and feedback, and that's just like free advertising. If you can have those testimonials in your facility, on your website, on your social media page, these testimonials and feedback, they're coming from them. They're not something you paid them to do. They're actually paying you for your service and then giving this testimonial and feedback. That is what people look for when they're looking to do business with you or purchase products or just buy into what you're selling. They want to see what other people have to say and their success using your products or just working with you. So, one book recommendation I'd love to share, now I don't get any bonus or anything, I'm not affiliated with them. It's just a book that somebody lent me. It was being passed around in our office as these self-help and helpful business books were always being passed around in the office we worked in. This was one of my favorites. It really struck a chord with me. Raving Fans by Ken Blanchard and Sheldon Bells. It is a fantastic book. I highly recommend picking it up. It's been in circulation for a long time, and it's really a great story about how to create a unique and stand out business. What makes you stand out? And of course, it focuses on customers and making their experience amazing. And one of the reasons I wanted to share this was because if you don't have the chance to pick it up, the 3 points it does point out and feature is one, deciding what you want, basically what type of customer you want. That's very key. It's nice to be able to pick your customers, right? Discovering what the customer wants. And this allows you to, when you do this, it allows you to take your vision and fill in the gaps. And they focus it all on delivering the vision plus the one. So in the book, Raving Fans, they featured sort of the rule of 1%. And the reason why I am thinking about this is because if you think about it, it's a lot like anything else we try to do in our life. If you just take one little step each day, you get that much closer to your goals by the end of the year. Where the rule of 1% is like this with building your customers and building your business. That if you do 1% to improve your business every week and improve your customer experience every week, then by the end of the year, you will have improved your business and just made your customers so happy and grown your customer base, hopefully more than 50% plus annually. So one of the reasons I was thinking about that is recently a new organization has come to Southern California that's opening up actually very soon this spring, in end of April 2014. We're very excited here. But I heard this word raving fans when we were going through our training. And when I hear that word raving fans, it always reminds me of this book, which I absolutely love. They always talk about building raving fans. And I've heard this phrase before, but when you read this book, Raving Fans, you will start to hear it out and about when you're walking around in businesses that, we want to build raving fans or we want to support raving fans. Those are people that have fallen into this philosophy of, doing that additional 1% per week and really just being a customer-based organization that wants to make that experience special for them. And ultimately, if you care about people, your life and your business will grow. So with that, we move from our customer care into focusing on social media. First, let's ask, what is social media marketing? Well, the official definition of social media marketing, or SMM, is a form of internet marketing that implements various networks in order to achieve marketing communication and branding goals. Social media marketing primarily covers activities involving social sharing of content, videos, and images for marketing. Now, if I think back to my days at Powder Blue Productions and how Shalene and her husband Brett started her company, it was basically a referral service. And they didn't spend any money on advertising back then. They trained people to basically teach the class in their areas, and they hired people to train other people to teach those classes in those areas. And they came up with a system for it. And that system led to a sort of referral type of business. And then, of course, when social media came, it increased the business exponentially. So, in my terms, social media marketing is a way of social communication and interaction and modern day word of mouth. Let's talk about some of the benefits of social media. One, you can showcase your brand, develop loyal community prospects, expand digital exposure, foster company trustworthiness, increase sales, boost traffic and search engine rankings, and of course, cut marketing costs. In last year's 2013 Social Media Marketing Industry Report, they recorded that a significant 86% of marketers said that social media was an important part of their business. And by spending as little as 6 hours per week, 64% of marketers saw lead generation benefits with social media. 75% of marketers reported positive results in terms of traffic increase as one of the major benefits of social media. The more eyes that come and traffic that come to their page or come to their social media sources, those are potential customers. And you're reaching those people oftentimes for very little cost. And a significant 89% of all businesses that have dedicated social media platforms as part of their marketing strategy actually reported an increase in their market exposure. And more than half of marketers who have used social media marketing for over 3 years reported an increase in sales over that period. Can't think of a better argument for social media than that. What is the significance of hashtags? Ultimately, it is a way to reach potential customers and for them to discover you. Hashtags are an efficient method to find content related to specific topics, as well as people talking about those topics. Hashtags can help you optimize virtual conversations, content, and such so that they become more visual on social media and search engine platforms. For example, one of the platforms, Instagram, which sort of started the popularity of using hashtags, of course Facebook and Twitter do use them as well, but Instagram is really where people caught on and started using this as a marketing technique. If one of my favorite accounts is Melissa Maid, and this is an Instagram account. So if you're not following her, you should be following her because if you see what she's doing, she actually has a really great platform set up to build her business, but she's not selling her business. She's kind of giving you a bit of a taste of who she is, what she does, and giving out positive and interesting information in the fitness industry. One thing to notice is you can see she has about 201,000 followers, and I can tell you she probably has a lot more than that by the time you're listening to this recording, because this information was taken a little while back. And part of the reason she was able to gain those followers is because she does utilize hashtags and is using Instagram in accord with all of the rest of her marketing platforms. Another example here is Natalie Jill Fit. And this is, again, another benefit to Instagram. She actually started out on Facebook, and nothing is secure. I mean, Facebook is wonderful. You should have a Facebook like page. And again, a like page, different than a regular Facebook page. For your business, you want to have a Facebook like page. If you have more questions on that, please feel free to contact me. I do have my information at the end of this presentation. But she actually, her account was closed. And so she lost contact with all the people that were her customers that followed her. And she came to YouTube and to Instagram and rebuilt her following here. And again, you should be following her as well. She has a fantastic account. Um, she has used, again, Instagram as part of her marketing platform. And she's not really selling anything here. As you can see, it's just a very motivational page that gives you sort of, behind the scenes picture of really who she is and a part of what she's about and her vision and her mission in life and for her business. One thing I also want to mention here is there's a lot of people with Instagram that, they have their own account for their business, but they also set up what they call a feature account. And now, to be honest with you, until I attended Instagram Impact Academy, it's an online academy, I did not know what this was. It's really interesting. It's basically a feature account that it has an overall theme. For example, here you have no gym required and beautiful underscore couples for you. Now, they each have their own theme. No gym required is featuring other people who do workouts without having a gym equipment or needing to go to a gym, and they can do them at home or in the comfort of their yard or on vacation. And this account actually it's been grown and features other people. So it's not very difficult to get content for it because you're just basically using other people's content, giving them a shout out, and building this area where you can actually feature yourself from time to time if it's along the lines of what your actual business is. You can feature yourself here as well, and it's just another way to hit a different group of people for marketing, as well as beautiful couples for you. It features nice, beautiful couples that do things together, whether it's working out, their wedding day, or just doing something that, couples like to do. And they feature other couples as well. So again, much easier to find and use other people's content than to having to create your own every day. Well, that concludes my training on growing your business tips and tools. And just to finalize, I really want to make that point that you want to focus on customer care and your social media presence and ingenuity there is key. And if you are not on Instagram, you need to get on Instagram. Or at least if you have a private Instagram account, it's time to set up a new account for your business and focus that more towards your business. And if you do that, you will get more followers, build your customer base, and find that you're going to get more success and growth in your business. If you have any questions and you think you want to get innovative with Instagram or you just want to know more, please feel free to contact me at my email address here or visit my website, and you can contact me through there as well. And I do have links to Instagram and Facebook. You can follow me there, find me and follow me. And please do not hesitate to ask any questions. I am here for you. Have a fantastic day.